Okay, this is Wrack, and I'm PenAgain. Next to me is Shaddix. He's going to be doing commentary with me. Basically, this game is an FPS Doom clone.
It's a couple years old.
Yeah, a couple years old. The movement is obviously, as you can see, quite quick. Strafe running is much faster than just running in a straight line, so I'm going to be doing that for most of the game. But one thing that's different in this game as compared to like Doom is that I have a combo meter, which you can see in the bottom, which builds up when you kill enemies. So now I have half my combo filled, and I can do a lot of damage to this boss in one go, basically.
We're playing on casual difficulty, which is the second easiest one. Basically, enemies are easier to kill. I think you take less damage, and you build combos a bit quicker.
Yeah, we don't play on the easiest because it's kind of a bit of a joke of a difficulty. Every enemy in the game dies in one hit, including bosses.
So there's a trick here that Pen's going to do. He's going to try to jump on these enemies and boost over this wall. Almost got it. So Pen put the power up there that called a Doom Sphere. It gives him a ton of offensive power. So he wants to keep it as long as he can until the last boss, so that he should
still have enough time with it.
Kill it in hopefully one hit if he combos that with the power up.
So that was a bit sloppy, but I still have enough time with the combo.
Yeah, that'd be one hit.
Ideally, you jump on top of the crawler, on top of the other guy, and just jump straight over.
That's the whole first level.
But the hitboxes of the enemies in this game are much larger than they look, so it's a bit awkward doing stuff like that.
Yeah, crawlers can be really annoying, especially when you have to jump on them.
And they can knock you off while you're on them as well.
So I think there's 8 levels in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Sounds right.
The loading times in this game are also very long. It's pretty annoying. It becomes more annoying at one point as well when we rely on a bit of luck. And potentially some reloading for that luck.
Another trick up here, he's going to jump on these barrels and then jump over. We're going to be doing that a lot, just jumping on enemies and then jumping over barriers, stuff like that.
That was not good.
Which is annoying with those crawlers. The AI can be really obnoxious sometimes. You'll see that he's killing enemies here, sometimes stopping to do it. That's to build up a combo so that we can kill an enemy up here quicker. He's required to die.
That should be enough. There's only 3.
Yeah, that should be enough.
There's this big enemy here. Just dies in one hit.
You'll be seeing those robots throughout it. There's 3 that you're required to kill up here as well. There's like a few ways to almost skip this fight, but the door's still locked, so you can't do it.
Yeah, you can't leave the room unless they're all dead.
So the sword is like the 3rd best weapon for pure DPS. We don't have the other 2 yet. It takes 5 hits each to kill these guys.
But what you can do instead is hit those 2 3 times and just shoot all these barrels and they'll die. Just saves a little bit of time.
So a lot of these levels are laid out kind of similarly. For this one, for example, it's kind of section A, section B, and then completing both sections unlocks like a final area. Usually it'll be a final boss. And each weapon has its own special power-up. So the shotgun does more damage and I think has a better spread or something. The sword does it in a straight line, which is good for clearing out a path like you did back there.
And they're the only 2 specials we ever really use.
Ooh, that was
really unlucky.
Thankfully, thankfully that doesn't like unload the progress that he just made. If this was bullshit difficulty, any death means you have to restart the level.
So that was really unlucky. I made the jump, but that was a crawler just sitting there to knock me out.
So this is the last section of this level. Instead of a boss fight, it's kind of a bunch of waves. And what Pen wants to do here is manage his ammo. This is the Pulsar, and it's the most powerful weapon in the game, so we want as much ammo as we can have going into the next 2 levels.
I'm actually going to save a bit of ammo here and just shoot these guys.
That's fine. And at the start of the next level is a pretty cool trick. Nice, first try.
First try, nice. So, this is the out of bounds in this game. The FPS drops pretty massively because everything in this game is loaded and you can see it all when you're out of bounds, obviously. But the Z-axis actually loops, so I'm falling all the way to the bottom of the map now, and then in a second here you're going to see it below me, and I can go straight to the boss room like this.
Yeah, so I was testing stuff in this level because there's other places where stuff like this happens, and for some reason there's just no glass in the windows, no barrier there. So you just jump out.
Every other window will have glass blocking it.
In the level before this, there's tons of windows that have glass. This level, none of them have it for some reason. There's one right at the start. So this is the boss of this level. This guy kind of has some RNG. At the very beginning, he can stay up for a while or go straight down, and his attack patterns are kind of random. So now you can see how good the pulsar is. It kind of shreds through him.
Hopefully we get the middle one. This is the worst one. You get the least amount of damage on him for this attack.
Yeah, because it does one. Good ammo though.
And we didn't get them. We haven't gotten the middle one. In fact, if we'd have gotten the middle one, we would have finished him in this cycle. Might not be able to.
One more hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fastest cycle is getting it in that one.
And we didn't get the middle one at all.
You can get it if you attack before that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much pure randomness. You didn't miss any shots or anything. Level 2. In the in-between scenes, there's like little pro tips that are supposed to be kind of funny.
Supposed to be. I like
and there's some story here. I don't think either of us really know what it is though.
It's nothing worth talking about. It really isn't. I've played through the story before, and it's yeah, it's not amazing.
There is going to be a new Wrack game coming out. It's like a tower defense game though. This is one of the harder levels actually, but we don't really have a skip the whole thing. This introduces you to exploding crawlers, so they're like those little spider guys with their horn. Well, I think they were in the last level too. If you jump into them, they explode instead of just hit you. So we can use those for boost now as well.
And this is a mandatory fight. I need to kill most of the enemies here. I don't need to kill the big guy that's following me, but all of those guys I do.
Yes, there's kind of two strategies here. One is to get rely on RNG, which is faster, or to keep your combo there. We're gonna go for RNG, and we got it.
First try, really lucky.
So in that box is like a thing, a power-up, or it's supposed to be a trap. You can jump on it and get this power-up, and this power-up lets you kill a boss about 30 seconds faster than you would be able to do it with that.
Yeah, so I quick save just before it, because obviously you're not always guaranteed to get luck as good as that.
Yeah, that's really good luck. Sometimes you can get stuck there for quite a while.
Yeah, and then RTA that makes a huge difference because the loads in this game are so slow.
Yeah.
So a little boost there, like Shadowx was mentioning, just jump into it and it'll expose you over the barrier. I'm getting a little bit blocked here.
Yeah, you can see the AI can be pretty obnoxious. Didn't make this first cycle quick.
Yeah, you can make through this this crushing ceiling area just running straight through it without having to wait basically. But I got a bit blocked.
You're gonna see another little boost up here. Instead of hitting 2 buttons, you can go up here and just kind of pop over. Oh.
Oh, I don't know what I got stuck on there.
So this game also has an in-game timer, which is really accurate as long as you don't quick load. If you quick load, it's inaccurate. I don't think we've quick loaded yet.
I don't think so.
So I think we're good. We'll see. This is the, well, I think it is the shortest level in the game.
Yeah, it is.
Still, even though it doesn't have, well, it has a big skip.
So right there I had to make sure I was taking like good lines and I missed a bunch. And then you can make it through all those ceilings and doors like all in one go.
And then we've got another quick crawler boost coming up here that lets you skip to the end of the level.
Yeah, this skips quite a lot as well.
Yeah. Nice. Grab some ammo there. This boss is kind of neat. It's like a little roller derby top. Just roll around and shoot stuff. If you're really lucky, you actually won't move or attack. It's happened a few times.
Yeah, it's very, very rare though.
Yeah.
But it can happen.
Basically, the attacks, this is more random.
Yeah,
the attacks
this is
he
the
wants,
worst one.
this is the worst one. Anything he moves around on is worse because you won't be able to hit every shot. If you have a comment, you can probably read it.
Yeah, if you've got a donation, you can read it.
Alright, okay, we have a $5 donation from Tucolino1. He says, PenAgain my boy, with the hot run at 6 AM. What a legend. Much love and critics from back here.
Pretty sure he's behind me. Yeah, so we're already a considerable way through the game now, and even though the later levels are a lot longer, we skip like the entirety of them.
Yeah, so this is where the game actually is supposed to get really hard. These levels are really hard to actually complete, even on one of the easier difficulties.
I missed 2 rockets, but it's not a huge deal.
No. We also get the Luca here, which is the second best gun in the game. And here we're going to do another skip, just like the old out of bounds. This one works a bit differently though. So you're going to see he kind of walks into a wall here and then just falls through it. And that happens because it's a slanted wall, and there's only a few of them in the game, and basically this game is a problem where any wall that isn't a base degree of 45, you can just walk through it, pretty much.
You just have to kind of mash strafe, and you'll go through it eventually.
And again, because the Z-axis just loops, you just fall down to the end of the level.
And this one has no boss, so I'm just falling right down to the final platform.
So Carnival, the developer for this game, actually knew that slanted walls have like this problem. They thought they fixed it, but apparently they didn't. So they like removed all of them except for maybe like 2 or 3, which we actually use in like all the levels. Yeah. So you'll see everywhere else it's like either a 45 degree or like a straight, something like that. This is the second last level as well.
I am getting majorly stuck. This. He's in an okay spot. I think I can get past,
yeah. Yeah, fine. So we just go get ammo there and then clip out at the very start.
That one's slightly different in that you have to jump, but it's still the same principle. It's like just the wall is at an odd angle, so you can just kind of jump through it if you're strafing.
This level has had a pretty good history, because we used to go through it like full, and then we skipped half of it, and then we skipped
all of it,
or a quarter of it, and then half of it, and then like now just all of it pretty much. And this is like the easiest one to get inbounds ever, because you just fall straight in and activate the cutscene.
Yeah. It was kind of cooler when we skipped half of the level, because there was a cool rocket jump we had to do, which meant you had to have overcharged health, because otherwise you die in one shot. And it was pretty cool. Whereas
this route now has no rocket jumps.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to have like 3 or 2. This boss is neat. No, it's not. It's bad.
Until you, it's kind of neat until you work out that all you have to do is sit in one of these corners and crouch, and he can't hit you.
Unfortunately, on this difficulty, it's really easy. You just sit here and crouch. Basically, you're waiting on cycles for him to come out and either sit there. So he's trying to attack him with a laser right now, and you can't hit him, so he just sits there. Or he'll try to do a cross, or he'll just sit in there forever. So this is random because his attack pattern is random. So he can sit in there for a long time, or come straight out. And in between attacks, Pen is just going to pick up ammo. That's the little boss fight.
And this is 3 in a row now where he's let me attack him, which is really good luck.
Yep. So you have time here to read other donations.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you. We have $1 from the Suicide Machine. Pen, where's that Sticks tutorial I donated a year ago? Kappa.
It's never coming.
Hey, I donated for that too.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Maybe a Stitch 2 tutorial. So, by the way, this is the second last level. There's only one more. This is a really short game. It used to be really fun.
It's since we skip everything now, it definitely
it's still fun, but there's it used to actually be like no randomness in it, and it was really fun because it was all real. And now it's just like
with the traps that you have to get from the crates. I think it was Dread that found that.
Traps, and then we realized like the bosses are all random. It's kind of silly.
So I need him to come out one more time, and then I can kill him. Do I leave any rockets anywhere? No.
No. I think you're good. So throughout this level, even at the beginning, he did a detour to get rockets because we have to beat the final boss still, and it's faster to take that detour and get the ammo. Because, well, we don't actually go through the last level. Again, this one's different, kind of. We actually just skip to the end, though.
He really didn't want to show himself at the end there. I got about 4 attacks in a row where I couldn't do anything to him.
Yeah, you can get pretty awful luck here.
I've tried save scumming this before as well, where if you notice he's about to do an attack where you can't damage him, like just reload the previous save, and I think it's based on pseudo RNG because you end up getting about 6 attacks in a row where you can't do damage to him like every time. So you end up losing a lot of time by trying to do that.
Yeah, this game's pretty silly with how it loads stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
It's very inconsistent. So this last level also abuses the non-45-degree angle walls. So what you're supposed to do is like you do section 1 of the level and it brings down one of these laser walls. You do section 2 of the level, it brings in the next one, and then you can go to the boss. Instead, what you do is you just run through them, and you go straight to the boss.
The final boss.
And that's so the 3 hardest levels we literally just skip straight to the boss for pretty much all of them. It's pretty ridiculous.
This guy is a bullet sponge as well.
Maybe one day someone will do a bullshit run with no skips. It'll be really cool, but
I don't see that happening.
I don't think any of us want to actually put the time into it. It would be fairly, not easy, but like fairly doable with the skips, but that's no fun. So. Yeah, this is also random. He does like this move where he puts a shield around himself, and you have to hit him with the sword. Also, this boss is very emotional, so if you can spam the chat with the faces he does, I'd really appreciate that.
My PB for this fight, he puts the shield on himself 0 times, so it's very, very hard to beat this split.
Yeah. Again, another boss, just RNG.
And seeing as you can see how this boss is going, it's basically just the same. If you have any more donations, then feel free to read it out.
Time is coming up as soon as this guy dies, though.
Alright, and one more donation from Lightning Waden. He donated $50 and says, best of the luck with the marathon, everyone. Hi, Pen.
You're riding?
Ready on time.
Oh, and he's shielding himself.
Oh. It's like 3 more rockets, 4 more?
I think it's like 4
2 more.
damage each.
2 more, yeah. Last rocket.
Time. So that's Wrack. It's quite a short game. Hope you enjoyed it.
Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that.